this is the part of the podcast where I give you any marketing or business advice. And so, is there anything that you need help with, uh, or any advice that you need that I could help you with?
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, yeah, there's a lot of things. I'm still only so early in my business journey. But I'd really like to start growing. Not only, well, yeah, I'd like to start growing the business. So the space that I'm in right now, I'm really lucky that my parents are so supportive and I'm able to use their property and use the shed that's on their property. But it's been a real struggle, especially with bigger stuff recently. And so I'm really looking to actually get a commercial space, and even
Like a
impart
showroom or a storefront?
no, like a space to like a workshop that's got a bigger floor space, like an industrial warehouse or something that's bigger than just a little bit bigger than a two-car garage.
Yeah.
And so, but at this point in my business, like I probably like to get a space the size that I want in this area, is
Mm-hmm.
roughly about like say $1,000 a day. But if I'm only earning like $100 a day spare, to have that
Mm-hmm.
spare at the end of the day, how does someone who wants to go from just, like they're working out of their garage to actually being in a commercial workshop and starting to hire employees and that kind of stuff, to go
You
that
want to build something
transition
real. You want to build
from the
something big,
garage
right?
to a workshop. Yeah, yeah.
What's the name of your town?
It's called Montville.
How do you
um,
spell it? Uh-huh.
Montville, and that Sunshine Coast area. um,
Sunshine Coast, is that what they call it?
yeah, that's sort of
Okay. I don't know,
where
I'm just
everything
kind of
is.
doing some research on your area
Sure.
really quick. And you call it Sunshine Coast, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Sunshine Coast. So the question that you have is how do you grow how do you
yeah. How
how do you grow your business outside of like your small
Yeah. So
uh
how does a woodworker go from just being working out of their garage to then being able to take that leap to actually, um, get a commercial space?
okay, so here's the thing. For the first thing is what you want to do is figure out, you remember the question I had asked you is like, what is the thing that you'd love to do? What do people love from you? And what's the most profitable? And what did you answer?
It's probably dining tables.
It was dining tables, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So for you, I would focus on dining tables.
Hmm.
And I'm looking at your Facebook uh, profile right here. Um, Not your Facebook profile. So most folks that listen to our podcast know that I'm a big fan of leveraging your personal Facebook page. And let me see if I could show you. Let me see if I could show you a uh, like what I'm looking at, because the biggest thing honestly is you need to make sure that you are speaking to an audience,
Hmm.
and your audience needs to understand your mission, your vision, your values, right? And so what you're doing when it comes to your product or service is that you have to make sure that you're solving a problem for them. Um, Another question is, do you have the capability of doing cabinets or built-ins at all?
Well, that was one of the reasons why I wanted a bigger space, is because I've done a couple of cabinets, um, and they haven't really turned out the way that I wanted them to,
Yeah,
mainly because of the small scale tools and the small area that I've got in my shop.
for
Um,
sure. I,
and
I really,
it,
I really like, I really like cabinets because
yeah,
how much are you selling tables for?
um, a big dining table is probably 4 grand.
Yeah. So is it, well, okay. I, is there a rich neighborhood within your area that you can target?
Yeah, I'd say Noosa. If you've ever heard of Noosa, that's like where
How
all
do
the
you say
beautiful
it?
people live.
How do you
Noosa,
spell it?
Noosa. There's quite a few dining table companies that are there already as well.
Oh,
So
it
it'd be
doesn't
a
matter. If you come in a little bit lower than them,
yeah.
that was, so I'm looking at Nusa.
Hmm.
Um, like there's a group. Um, there's so I just went to like Sunshine Coast,
Hmm.
Sunshine Coast, Australia on Facebook, and there's 10,000. Let me see if I could share my screen. So share screen. Um, okay. All right, can you see my screen?
No. Yeah. Oh, yes, I can now.
Okay. So the way I like to look at it, and this is kind of for everybody that's looking, is you got to pick an area from here and you can look at. So for me, 10,000 is a pretty, that's a pretty good list. Even here is what's on Sunshine Coast events. That's 33,000 people, right? Sunshine
Mm.
Coast attractions to do like 9,000 views. So you have 53,000 people that you could be targeting. And the biggest thing, and even look, job boards, people that just moved to the area that might need dining tables, Sunshine Coast, um, like Sunshine Coast, Australia, real estate. I would look here. I'm in Chicago. That So I would look for real estate agents in the area.
Mm.
Look at pages. And so the biggest thing that you want to do on Sunshine Coast. Um, the other thing too is um, dining tables are basically uh, conference tables, but in a dining room.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
you could be targeting businesses for
Yeah.
conference
Right.
tables as
Yep.
well. Um, and so that's the first thing that I would do is like focus and market yourself as a dining table and a conference table maker in the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
Update your meta tags, start blogging about it, start building about it, like start just literally only focus on that. Only focus. And it's super scary for folks,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
The other thing that I would do is with cutoffs or anything, make charcuterie and cutting, but literally give them away to business owners.
Sure.
And I would target uh, entrepreneurs and business owners. Another thing that you could do is desk.
Hmm.
And so what you want to do is like literally zero in on the type of person that would buy a dining room table and buy a conference table and buy a desk and become friends with them on Facebook personal page.
Yep.
Friend everybody that is like that. Go to Fiverr and go to Upwork and hire somebody to scrape a list of all of those types of business owners that fit that. Find them on um I would go to Instagram and I would look at the um hashtag, let me just see if it's go Sunshine Coast businesses. So Sunshine Coast Business. Uh, so let me show my screen again. Next time we talk, your business is going to be different.
Mm. I'm sure it is.
So look, Sunshine Coast. You see this right here?
Yep.
Hashtag sun hunts. You could do look, Sunshine Coast entrepreneurs, but that's not a lot of people. Sunshine Coast business. See right there, Sunshine Coast business hashtag
Yep.
173,000. Sunshine Coast. If I do this, Sunshine Coast business, business women 9,800 right there. Sunshine Coast Women's Network 1,200 people. So here's the thing. You go here. Look at this. You know where Maluba is?
Oh yes, Malulabar. Yeah.
Where is that? Is that near you?
It's close. It's about 40 minutes away. But yeah, that's like near the central business district.
So look at this. Like this is a hair studio. I'd contact them and I would say, hey, look, do you need a coffee table for your reception area? I would be happy to give you a quote. Here is what I can build. Period. DM them. You understand what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
fact that you have 25,000 Instagram followers and beautiful work is a gives social proof, right? So look, Sunshine Living and Tile Stone. Let's see these guys. Entrepreneur, Stone Master. This person's customers, he's serving people that are renovating their house. Do you think those people, if they're making renovations, would more likely want a dining room table or potentially a built-in?
Mhm.
Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
What else? I'll just go to the last three. So this is how I look at things. Let's look at this guy. Clara Nutrition, maybe collaborate with her somehow. Ariel Evolution, so it's like a silk spot. They might need a reception area. This coastal carpet, planks. You know, they're like re-putting carpets in living rooms and dining rooms. What do you think they need? Right? You can set up a relationship with them. Fresh nail studio, reception desk, uh, coffee waiting room, side tables. Um, yeah, like all of these places, you could be doing built outs for all of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I would do. Focus on dining tables, focus on business owners, focus on the people that are serving your customers. And all you have to do is just send 50 messages a day, 25 in the morning, 25 in the evening. Continue building, build a personal brand on Facebook, friend every single person that is your ideal target customer. Because, like, on Facebook, you can have 5,000 friends. And the difference is if we're friends on Facebook and you're friends on if we're Instagram people, if you follow me and I don't follow you, you only see my stuff and I never see your stuff. But on Facebook, if we're friends, I see your stuff, you see my stuff. And so that's kind of the way that I would do it. I bet you if you send out 50 messages a day, so I'll do the math. 50 messages a day times 30. That's 1,500 people that you can reach out to. If you convert 1% of them, That's 15 people. Let's just say out of those people, you're able to actually quote something. Let's say you send a quote to 15 people. I'm sorry, 15 people. You send a quote to 7 people, to 50% of them where you can actually send a quote to. And then out of those 7 people, you convert three, right? You convert two of those people, and you have a table where you're selling them for 5 to 7 grand each, and you're forming a relationship with them. You're sending out 1,500 messages to get 10 grand in projects. And that's just 1 week. There were 142,000 posts. There are 50,000 people on Facebook that you could be reaching out to. So you have more than enough market. You have more than enough opportunity. You have the skills. And that's how you start to like gain the leverage. What you actually need to do is the first thing you need to do is like raise your prices. I would raise my prices to 5,000 minimum for a table. 5,000 minimum. Coffee tables minimum 2,500. Go for the higher end. You get 3 tables in a month and 2 coffee tables. 15 plus 5 is $20,000. Now you have a 20 $250,000 a year business. So that's what I would do. Like you have a lot of meat and opportunities, and it's a lot of things that that woodpreneurs don't realize is how much is actually in their backyard.
Mm.
Like you have a lot of opportunity. And I like the idea of selling to other businesses. You sell to other businesses, the conversation is different. It's
Yeah,
very
totally.
different
Yeah.
because you're not trying to get people that are penny pinching. You're not trying to get people that are tire kicking, trying to beat you down on price. Just go for businesses. And as you build the business to business relationships, your brand can start to develop to start targeting residential people.
Mm.
So that's how you do it. Is that helpful?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It gives me a good direction.